Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Why is that cut off so much? All right, we're going to be just a moment or two while we get this set up. If you're watching this afterwards, then you might have to fast forward a little bit. But while we get this set up, enjoy some music. One moment. All right, that's good. I think we're good to go here. We'll turn Mr. Sandoval down. How's everybody doing tonight? I know a lot of you like to watch this as a recording, but those of you that want to be here live, I like to respect that too. I can enjoy that if you guys are around. I don't know how to control the camera zooming in so much. What I think we're going to do from now on, we're probably just going to do this as an or what do you call it, a private event on YouTube for you guys. So it'll be a lot more flexible. We'll say that. Anyways, I don't want to take much of your time tonight. And actually, we have like the storm of the century coming through. Huge, crazy, like Independence Day looking clouds outside. So I'm not sure how this is going to go because if someone sneezes here, the power goes out. So bear with me. If the power goes out, I'll re-record the whole thing for you. I promise. We'll still get it out to you tomorrow. But I don't want to take a lot of your time today. I just have a lot of the same questions about NestEgg, and in particular, the retirement goals. And I should stop the music, right? Sorry about that. I like that song. I should stop, or I should stop the music. So what you see on the screen is just a sample account. Mr. and Mrs. Jazz, as we do these tutorial videos and stuff, you can kind of see how we've built Mr. and Mrs. Jazz. Now, the part that I'm talking about tonight is going to be right here where it says retirement goals. And whether you look at this on your phone, our new release here on the phone actually makes it look just like the desktop version. So no matter how you look at your NestEgg, you're going to see it like this. And it's the retirement goals section that I want to focus on. Actually, let me just set one more thing here. Uno momento. Grab a drink. Did I do it over there? Yeah. Okay, so we're all set here. Perfect. You guys look good. Look good, look good. Okay, this is the part that I want to focus on. You can see it clearly. I just wanted to make sure of that. Now, what happens in NestEgg is when you set it up for the first time, you're getting it with your investments. And we always post your Jazz Wealth investments there for you before we send you the invite. If we send you the link beforehand, it just looks like nothing. So when you first open it up, of course, you see your IRA, your Roth IRA, whatever it is you may have here at Jazz Wealth. And then as you add stuff, your retirement goal is taking everything into consideration. So Mr. and Mrs. Jazz right now technically have 15 of 24 years solidified in their retirement, and that has to do with the available cash, the investments, minus the credit cards, potential property. We haven't really added much in there. But that takes all of this into account. Essentially what the system is doing is pretending today is retirement. If today is retirement, how long could you potentially make it given how you continuously have been contributing? Now, how does it know what you're contributing? Well, given that it's taking all accounts into consideration, there's a few things you're going to need to tell NestEgg. So the first thing I always tell people to do, go to the goal. You're probably going to see that it shows you have about 100% of your retirement funded. Go to that goal and just click on it. And when you get to the goals page, this is where you're going to start your first edit. Now, this is really simple on this part. This is just going to be an oversimplification of telling the system what to think for retirement. Over here on the left, we've got retirement age for Mr. Jazz and retirement age for Mrs. Jazz. We also have their annual living expenses in retirement, right? So this is when sometimes I'll ask you guys, how much do you think you'll need in retirement? estimate 1/3 of your income to be replaced, this is where you're going to start entering this. Now, this is by no means the end of it, but this is where you're going to start. And so by clicking edit, if you just want to start with 100,000 or take 1/3 of your income, or even if you have a goal in mind where you want to live it up in retirement and you want to really try hard, this is where you'll change that number. You'll see if we have 15 years of the 24 expected retirement years available for Mr. and Mrs. Jazz. If I change this to 150,000, let's say they've got a long time until retirement for some reason. As soon as we change this, now the expected retirement income is down to 7 years, obviously because the more income they're looking for. So this is the first place that you can make an edit here and start to get this calculator to work for you. But like I said, it's by no means the end. All right, so start there. I always say upload a nice little photo or something if you can. But now on the home screen, your goal's been adjusted based on whatever that income is. Now that's a starting point. A lot of people just like to get it in there, see that they've got some work to do, and then move on to other areas of NestEgg. But as you come back to this retirement goal, I'm gonna have you go to the organizer. And so on your home page there, you're gonna look at the organizer. Once that loads up there, you've got a couple places that you're going to focus on. So first, income and expenses and savings. Now what this is doing, I'm going to click on it and let it load. What this is doing is saying, how much do you make, right? And we only have one salary here for maybe Mr. Jazz, but you can add your wife, you can add your husband, whatever you like. You can even add extra additional side income that you may have. And so what we're doing is putting, hey, our current income is X, whatever that number is. Our current income, our living expenses equals some other amount. And what this does, I really sort of encourage you to itemize this in the future. You can go get really detailed with this. But for the moment, if you earn $60,000 as your take home and you have expenses of 50, okay, the system is going to assume that you're saving 10 somewhere, right? You may not have it yet, but it's going to assume that you're on track to save that much. And so your retirement goal is going to be based on that. If you want to take away from that, and you say, I'm not saving $10,000 for retirement in addition to my IRA savings down here, then what you'll do is there'll be other goals. Maybe you have a goal of buying a house and you're putting $300 a month towards that. And so that goal of, at the end of the year, $3,600 would be taken away from this. So the system already knows to do that. If you're not going to get that detailed, then just simply come in here and say, yeah, I'm going to do $5,500 to my account and maybe do another 1,000 somewhere. So in the most basic sense, just change this to 59,000. Okay. When you want to get more detailed, you want to work with me maybe and just sort of go over the numbers. We could do that, but that's one quick way that you can adjust this. Now below this, you're putting your annual contributions to whether it's a retirement account, could be a taxable account, could be 529 plans, you name it, could be whatever you have. This is where you're going to add that. Now, as you, let's say in this specific example, we make 60,000, we've got 59,000 in annual living expenses. If you are also contributing, comes the rain. If you're also contributing 5,500 to your retirement, this is going to produce a negative, right? So you're going to be moving backwards. So keep that in mind that if you make 60 or you add it up to 60, and this comes out to, let's say we do, for fun, let's say we do 54,000. Oh man, can you hear it? It's getting bad. So let's say you have this, right? That means there's $500 extra that it's going to count towards your retirement. I hope that's not like too tricky, but this just from the surface, this is a great spot to start adjusting your goals. So when we go back to the goals, it may not change much now actually, but when we go back, that's when you're going to start to see things change. Now we're to 12 years. So those two spots, okay? Now in the organizer, and I'll leave you with this because I told you I wouldn't take much of your time. Maybe if you have questions, if you're here live, I'll help you with that. Okay, but in the organizer, you've got income, expenses, and savings. You've also got future expenses. Great spot to add any additional things that you're working with there to just help that calculator really, really fine tune. But under income and savings, we did the bottom here. So you can add additional information down here as you add accounts. So we could add the health savings accounts contribution. Mr. and Mrs. Jazz happen to have a health savings account here, I believe still listed. Health savings account. So right now, the system's saying you're not contributing anything to it because all your money is going elsewhere. But if you wanted to add that contribution, that's where you're going to go in there. Organizer. Then you're going to go to income, expenses, and savings, and any accounts that you can contribute to. If it's a taxable account, it could be anything. This is where it will pop up right there, and you could say, you know what? Look, we're putting $5,500 of our available excess because of the difference between our earnings and expenses. So we could go health savings account contribution, and we're going to contribute a fixed amount of the $500 that we have left. And we'll say our employer doesn't give us anything in this case. We're going to add that into the mix. So now what we're working with is $60,000 worth of income. We're putting we have $54,000 worth of expenses. So now that gives us $6,000 left over, $5,500 going to retirement, $500 into the health savings account. That will change your goals as you set them, both for retirement, and then if you wanted to have a goal for the health savings account, that will change that as well. All right, not bad, right? So I just wanted to address that. That's a very common question. That's scratching the surface. Feel free to geek out and have as much fun as you like through those different sections. You can really, really go nuts. I know a couple people who have gone nuts with that. I've seen what you've done. Amazing. So very, very nice. If you have any questions while we're here live, I'll answer any questions about anything while we've got you here. Otherwise, I'm going to let you run. Thanks for hosting, Chris. Oh, man, thanks. No problem. We're going to be doing a lot more, actually, now that I've got some more efficient equipment, let's say it that way. All right. Well, thanks. I'll wrap it up there for the people that are watching this after the fact. We don't want them to have to watch too long of a video. We're going to play with the times that we have these courses. Maybe they're a little bit better for you, and also the lengths. Maybe we'll do some longer ones and some shorter ones and work that out. So enjoy, guys. We will see you next time. I'm going to wrap it up. Talk to you later.